am a rapist and a fucking abuser.
I watched that 6-part story and did a little bit of digging, so you don't have to. That's Max. She's telling us that her best friend was in a 3-year relationship that was abusive. So her and her best friend have been really good friends for about 3 years. Her best friend's name is Ale. Then there's Echo, who's her alleged abuser. Then there's Keylee, who's Echo's sister. And then there's Harley, who's Ale's ex-best friend. Right when Echo and Ale started to date, that's when Max and Ale first became friends. Max had no idea that Ale was in an abusive relationship for over 3 years. She said had she known, she would have acted sooner and done anything she could to get her friend out of it. When she did find out, though, she sprung into action. So Max did end up having some legal issues of herself involving the situation. She said she can't speak about it right now, but hopefully in the future she'll be able to tell us what actually happened. But she said that she's a huge advocate for domestic violence survivors and that she would never let a friend of hers be in a situation like that and not advocate for them. So that video that went viral with over 5.2 million views on Max's page was a video of Echo admitting that she was both abusive and she raped Ale, and other people are allegedly coming forward and corroborating what is being said about Echo. The whole point of Max posting the story time in that video initially was to bring awareness and to show the abuser's face so that they don't go around hurting any people in the future. Now, when it comes to Harley, Max says that she doesn't really know why she got herself involved in the situation when Ale and Harley stopped being friends because Ale cut her off. She has nothing to do with the situation, but she was underneath in the comments saying lies and trying to spew, just negativity, and Max wasn't having it, so she deleted Harley's information. Max also said that she doesn't really know Harley. She only knows her because Max was messing with Harley's baby daddy at one point, and then also because proximity with Harley and Ale being best friends at one point, but she's never spoken to this girl. Max also claims that Harley said the N-word and that she has a video of it. I guess she posted it, but it got taken down. I don't know if she's going to post it again. And then she also mentioned that Harley and her baby daddy were in an abusive relationship and that her baby is actually unsafe. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. Max also claimed that Harley has vaped and gardened around her daughter and that their abusive relationship had got toxic to the point that her and her baby daddy were like fighting over $300. When I went onto Harley's page, she was talking about it a little bit. It was kind of all over the place. More of the story, though, it seemed like Harley is implying that she believes what Keylee is saying, which is Echo's sister, that it was actually Max and Ale that were the aggressors. It was actually Ale abusing Echo and pretty much like siding with them. If you want to go and check out her page, I'll put her tag right here. So when Max goes into Keylee's video and explaining all of the things that she was bringing up, before that she prefaced and said that Keylee's a bit of an unhinged person. She, just like her sister, a pathological liar. She said that she's done things like throw broken glass on Echo's bed. She has stolen things both from Echo and from Ale. She has damaged property. She's been very physical and abusive as well, along with the fact that Keylee actually had let Max borrow her phone and like lent it to her once because her parents wouldn't let Max get one. And then when Keylee's parents found out about it and told her, hey, go get the phone back, she came to Max's parents and was like, oh, your daughter stole the phone, when in reality she let her borrow it. In general, she's just a bit of a pathological liar. Max also claimed that Keylee says that her and her sister are just so close and just like the best of sisters, but in reality during her story time she couldn't even keep to the right pronouns and calling her sister by the right pronouns. But either way, Max was just trying to bring to light that whatever Keylee says, especially in the video trying to defend her sister, is a lie. First thing she said was that Echo and Ale did not break up 3 times within a month. So Max says that actually Echo and Ale only broke up once and they got right back together the very next day. Max and Ale were really not able to spend time alone. She said that in the 3 years that Echo has been dating Ale, Max has only been able to hang out with Ale like 5 times by themselves. One of the times that they were able to spend alone, I guess somehow Echo found out that Max was wearing one of Ale's shorts. She came over to Ale's house and like threw a fit and was just like, what the hell, da-da-da-da-da. Max is looking at her like, you guys do this? You just pull up to one another's house unannounced in the middle of the night? Max is sitting there like, it'd be one thing if Ale lived on her own, but she lives with her parents, so you're not only disturbing Ale, but you're also disturbing her parents. She was just trying to show the controlling behavior of Echo. Because of how controlling Echo is, Ale has a really hard time keeping close relationships with other people. So finally, just last week, Ale and Max were able to hang out alone again, and this is when Ale was finally able to tell her everything that was going on in the relationship, and Max was like, oh hell no, call Echo over right now, you're gonna confront her. So she calls over Echo, and Keylee, I guess, was saying that, they broke up on their own, and Max is like, no, I made them break up. I told Echo to come over, I confronted her about her behavior behavior, and I told them that they cannot be together anymore. And so Max was kind of protecting her friend and kind of stepped in and said, like, no, you can't do this anymore. Mind you, when they got together, Ale and Max were both 16 years old and Echo was 14 years old, but they lied about their age. The time Ale found out that they had lied to her, it was already too late. Her emotions had been invested, so she just moved on with the relationship. And so this is kind of like a very young love drama kind of situation, you know, but nonetheless, like, their stories are valid and abuse is abuse. And if you needed to be outed and other people know that you're an abusive person, that's just what needed to happen. After that, Echo actually left and went to a friend to go play with her nose and do some booger sugar, which apparently they're very hooked on and are very much an avid user. And so they were also scared that, you know, Max and Ale would like tell the world about this. Max is saying whatever Keylee is saying happened after she left the house. Echo did not do that. They went to go confront him at the friend's house, and when they pulled up, they didn't fight, they didn't charge at Echo like everybody else is trying to claim that they did. They walked up and they tried to have a conversation with him. Max claims that's when Echo pushed Max, and then she tried to tackle Ale afterwards. And so it just became a very violent situation. Max is saying, like, there's no video, none of us had our phones out. If there is video, it's probably like a surveillance camera, and even if it's out there and it exists, it would only show that we acted in self-defense and that we weren't the attackers. And if there is a video, why didn't you post it? Because you know that it's going to show that we were defending ourselves. Max goes on to address a few more things in Keylee's video, saying that she never charged at her mother or tracked her. She also said that it's absurd that Keylee tried to threaten her in her videos. So going back to that video with Echo, Keylee was trying to say that Echo was like blackmailed into doing that video. Max is like, no, they recorded it 3 separate times for us, but the first 2 weren't really well. Like, one was like really close to the face, the other one like just wasn't really serious, and so the third one is the one that ended up getting posted, but they were not coerced or blackmailed into doing it. The final things from Keylee's video is Max saying, like, there's no way that Ale and I abused Echo, not to mention, like, I'm not in their relationship. I just found out that abuse was even happening in the first place. Max also said that if Keylee's telling the truth and Echo's actually in a mental health facility, she's really glad that they are there, even though they deserve to go to jail. Them getting mental health, you know, help is also like up there with things that they really need to like focus on. So then Max goes into specifically the lies that Echo has told over the past 3 years. We already went over the first one. Echo lied about their age. They also lied about being colorblind, saying that they cannot see the color purple. Max thought that was kind of weird, so when she did a quick Google search, she literally found out that's not how colorblindness works. And so she's just trying to figure out, like, why is this person like lying for no reason? And then Echo goes on to lie about the mental health disorders that they have, saying they have like DID, BPD. Echo also said that she had autism and Tourette's, and her Tourette's came with like fake tics and all, when in reality none of it is actually like diagnosed. No paperwork was ever produced, while Ale has several mental health issues and has paperwork and medication to prove. It seems that like maybe Echo was doing it for like empathy. Echo also lied about being born in London. When Echo would be around Ale, she would call her mum, trying to like really press it and be like, yeah, no, I'm from London, but in reality she's from the United States. She also lied about a traumatic story that apparently happened in her family, saying that she had a baby brother at one point, but her mother was like using a knife, and the knife like fell and landed on the baby's head, and they no longer have a baby brother. And then she also lied about being essayed, apparently. I don't know if that's true or not, but these are all the things that Max has compiled and like realized about Echo. And then finally, Max said that Echo lied about going to an alternative school because a boy told her to give him fellatio, but Echo apparently did not know what that was, but did it anyways. And Max is questioning that story and saying, if you didn't know what it was, why would you do it? When asked why they didn't go to the cops or why they're taking this to social media, Max basically said that they wanted to bring awareness to the situation and let the abuser not necessarily be humiliated, but be brought forth to like the public square and be known as such. Also, she said that cops don't usually, you know, handle SA and DV situations very well, and a lot of times you don't get the justice that you're looking for. She's felt like she was doing what was morally right, not necessarily what is like right by the law. Max essentially was trying to say that she was taking matters into her own hands. She was trying to bring forth any type of justice for her friend that she could, and ultimately that's why she posted that video of Echo. In the last few videos that she posted, not a part of the story, Max also said she had photo evidence of the hole that Echo ended up punching into the wall and trying to like attack her essentially. Harley was trying to say, I forgot if it was Harley or Keylee, but one of them was trying to say that Echo was was a lot smaller than both Max and Ale, but like it seems that Max and Ale are like a 5'3", 5'4", like between 120, 130 pounds, but Echo's like 5'8", a former wrestler. So Max was trying to prove that she's very capable of being the abuser. Every story has three sides, and so there's definitely like different perspectives being floated around there, and then the truth is somewhere in between. Who the aggressor actually is, I'm not too sure. Why Echo decided to willingly do that video, I'm not too sure. I know you can see like that like smile they kind of cracked towards the end. It makes me feel like, I don't know, for being involved in a skid. I don't know if this is actually true. If it is, I really am a big advocate for domestic violence and SA survivors, and I hope that, you know, Ale is able to get the help that she needs. Now, Max did post a photo of a bruise on Ale's forehead and said like, look, this has been happening for a really long time. Ultimately, it just seems that like Max wanted to bring awareness to her friend's situation and also just to domestic violence in general. You guys tagged me in this a bunch. I wanted to make sure I got it out to you guys. I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.